Hello guys, what's up? I think a new video is long overdue, and this video will be featuring growth. Sometimes we don't see how much we've grown until we reflect. So let's take a step back and look back. Let's go. So I found a random notebook that I was going to discard, and one mind told me to look at the back, and I saw a few drawings. And these drawings, I would say, would be what started this whole art journey. While I did start drawing as a young child, I never really took it serious until 2020 when COVID came. No school, at home. That's when I really started to want to improve. Yes, and it's nice to see how far I've come, but especially when you feel like you're not improving, you're just at the same pace, and sometimes that's just the mind playing a trick on you, because you have improved. And a very wonderful way to see that is to look back at old art and redrawing that art, which is what I will be doing today. So it's really a redraw, but it's a lot more special than the ones I did before because of how old it is. Anyway, I didn't feel like sketching on camera, so I didn't, and I also didn't feel like doing the line art either, so you'll mostly be seeing the coloring process. I did get a bit lazy when it came to the wings. It's a lot of feathers. Anyways, yes, looking at the older sketch, so I did not color it, so that's basically the redraw done. But I decided to color her. Well, obviously I was going to color her, but the coloring was very important this time because at the time when I did draw her, I did not have the art mediums to color, and now I do, so it's a little gift to the younger me. And the strangest thing came to my mind, if my past self could see where I'm at, as in skills for art, she would flip. And it's actually pretty wonderful to think about, Sometimes I don't feel confident in my drawings recently, but if younger me could see what I draw now, yes, she would absolutely love it. She would absolutely think that it's the best thing ever, and that actually makes me quite happy. Anyway, so I also added something else to her design, and that was magic from her hand. So in the original drawing, she had both her hands behind her, but I didn't want that this time, because the reason why I hid them behind her was because I shied away from the hands. While I'm not perfect now, I'm still not perfect with hands, but I just don't shy away from them that much anymore. Yeah, so it's been a minute since I first started this voiceover, and a minute meaning a couple of days. I've been super busy with work, with life, everything, but I decided I was going to take the time out to finish this voiceover because I really want to post something. Anyway, as it relates to what's happening on screen, at first I was thinking of a light purple for her hair, but for some reason I did not like it, so I completely changed it, and I love it. You shall see in a minute. So it's not my first time drawing wings, but it's been a very long time, and just drawing it was strange for me, but coloring it, I had no idea what I was doing. I tried a lighter color because I wanted to be white with, the shadows and whatever, but that looked so weird, so I decided to, that I was gonna just wing it. But as I said, you're gonna see that soon. Let me stop spoiling. Now I was thinking about the dress, what color I wanted for her dress. So I wanted it to be very dark, but I didn't want it to be black. And If you've noticed with most of my drawings, I tend to avoid using black, especially when it comes to traditional art. It's just that, you know, if it's not leather or if light is not reflected on it, it just feels like a blob, you know? But I think in a future video, I'm gonna dedicate a whole spread to the color black. Black deserves some time to shine. Black is a beautiful color. In fact, it is one of my favorite colors, so I think it does deserve its own spread. So the colors I had in mind were blue or purple, but I typically avoid blue as well. I don't know why. I have nothing against blue, so I didn't use blue. I used purple instead, and that color was just not doing it for me. It's too light and I wanted something a bit more darker. And guess what? I did not know what I was doing with the shadow thing I was doing there. So I just, again, winged it. So it was like my brain shut off as soon as I started to add the darker color, because I could have actually think about it and think about where I would want the darker colors to be or where the shadows would be, but I did not. I went in head first with the color and I could not turn back. So I decided, you know what, no more thinking, just color. And I do have something rather obvious to point out. Guys, how is it that we're already in December? Yeah, so I started this voiceover in November, but now I'm finishing it up in December. How are we already in December? How is it the last month of the year? What? Crazy. Anyway, thank God for life. Thank God for His mercy and for keeping me this long. Thank you. Anyway, so the wings did not look much white anymore, but I did not dislike it. I loved it. I love the dark colors, shadows, whatever. I loved it. And also another factor that really encouraged me to finish this voiceover was actually my cousin. So one of my younger cousins watches my videos, which warms my heart. I really appreciate that. She actually asked me when I was gonna drop another video. I was like, what? You are watching and keeping up with my videos? That's so beautiful. Thank you. I mean, my siblings couldn't care less, but thank you, cousin. And thank you each and every one of you that are still supporting me. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Thank you to everyone that has been subscribed to me from ever since. And thank you to the ones that recently subscribed, okay? Thank you so much. I love you guys. Anyway, enough of that. This is where I changed the hair color and I was in love. Like before, the hair that she had did not feel like it was ready. It was not ready. This is her, period. Like, look at her eyebrows. Oh, I killed it. Now, what I wanted to do next was her magic. Coloring this was so much fun. I think I should try a few more fantasy type drawings because this was pretty fun. Wait, I have an idea. Why not make it a fantasy black spread? Yeah. Now that would be fun. Now we're on to one of my most favorite parts. That's the flyaway strands of hair. Like, I cannot draw hair without including that. It feels incomplete. I also gave her a few more lashes. Blush as well. And the blush I added to her chest really does give it a 3D effect. I don't know why. Or how, rather. And also, I sound a bit weird. That's because I'm at my work and people are passing me. I want to look like a crazy person. And now we're at the part where I messed up. I had the goal and I smudged it. Yes, I smudged it. The regret is here. Whatever. Future me is over it, but past me took a minute. I tried to wipe it off and I remembered that I had a white ink. It doesn't perfectly hide it, but it does help. It felt like I was finished, but I had one last touch, but I didn't know what that last touch would be, so I was doing a lot of random touches to it. So I decided before I figure that out, I would have the highlights. That's to her eyes, her lips, and wherever else that needs highlights, in my opinion. At that time I had to do a little hack here because it was too big and I wanted to make small highlights to her face, which you'll see in just a minute. And yes, this Posca marker is dull for some reason. Yes, there you go. That's my hack, to use my mechanical pen tool, dip it in the Posca white ink and apply it. Genius, right? Anyway, our hand does look weird at the moment. Trust me, I'll fix that. Well, the magic part of her hand. And that's pretty much it for this drawing, so I'll leave you guys to it. Now she's done. Time for the final reveal, and as I said, I will be fixing the hand off camera. I forgot to mention that, so you'll see that result in the final picture. But for now, check her out. She's awesome. A simplistic background, her wings, the colors, yes, and check out her hand. I think I fixed that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next. Bye.